Why Louis XIV owned 413 beds. Louis XIV ruled France for over 72 years. That's the longest reign of any French monarch ever. It's also the longest in world history. Louis was proud of his legs and insecure about his height. He despised Paris. He was also a great dancer. Here are more facts about the Sun King. 1. He owned 413 beds. 155 were considered more important than the rest. Nobles watched his lever and coucher, waking and sleeping. So his bedroom had to fit large crowds of courtiers. When traveling between palaces, nobles accompanied Louis. Etiquette said, guests shouldn't share beds. So each palace needed dozens of guest rooms. Louis would often hold court in his bedrooms. The lavish beds represented his power. 2. Louis was very proud of his legs. Louis loved dancing and trained extensively. He asked painters to highlight his legs in their artwork. 3. Louis supposedly had a secret twin. According to legend, Queen Anne gave birth to identical twins. A twin could undermine a clear line of succession. So one boy was sent away and masked. For years, rumors circulated about the imprisoned masked man. Many believed he was Louis's long-lost twin. 4. Some people died trying to impress Louis. Louis wanted over-the-top class and respect, and people gave it, no matter what. One cook named Vatel prepared a feast for 2,000. The fish was late. Rather than endure disgrace, Vatel fell upon his blade. 5. Louis hated Paris due to childhood trauma. During the rebellion called the Fronde, his life was often at risk. In response, he spent 40 years building Versailles Palace outside Paris. Over 35,000 workers toiled on the grand site. Versailles was Louis's refuge from bad memories. 6. Louis only used solid gold cutlery. 7. Louis had terrible hygiene. He changed his underwear once every few months. His shoes smelled so bad that courtiers would avoid kneeling before him. 9. Louis was only 5 feet 4 inches. High heels were invented to make Louis look taller. He decreed that only nobility could wear red heels over 6 inches high. 10. Louis called himself the Sun King. He saw himself as the center of the universe. He forced courtiers to constantly praise him. They even bowed to his wigs. 11. Louis was a notorious womanizer. He kept a string of mistresses at Versailles. 3 of them had semi-official status. Louis's wife raised his illegitimate children alongside her own. 12. Louis was no fan of religious diversity. He firmly believed in one king, one law, one faith. Louis was a devout Catholic, so he mercilessly targeted the Protestant Huguenots. He had hundreds of them executed. 200,000 others fled France. 13. Louis wore outrageously large wigs. Some of them stood over 4 feet tall. The king had a team of wig handlers to maintain his collection. 14. Louis became king at 4. Louis's father succumbed to tuberculosis in 1643. Louis ascended the throne at the tender age of 4. Initially, regents ruled on his behalf. In 1661, Louis took full control of the government. He remained in power for 72 years, making him the longest reigning monarch in history.